What's going on, guys? It's your boy Torque Crunch, and in today's video we're taking a look at the extreme co-op that is out for JP. It's the Mind Attribute co-op. As you can tell, I'm going to be using Ginjo, and I just want to just show off and show you guys that this co-op is actually the easiest one I would say I've done so far out of all the extreme co-ops. With this co-op, I don't know. I mean, I feel like we've all been accustomed to using or going up against way higher enemies in levels and just more difficult enemies, from inheritance to just doing extreme co-op, and I feel like it's showing off. It's showing here. I mean, as you can tell, I haven't taken any damage. Ginjo over here putting in work. I have a team of Retsu, Full Hollow Ichigo, and Arianero. I think this is a very good team. I mean, when you look at it from top to bottom, you've got normal attack damage from my Ginjo, you've got Arianero with range, you've got Retsu with range, and then you've got Vastalorde, which is probably one of the best normal attack damage type characters, which is a melee. I shouldn't say normal attack damage, I should say melee character. So you get that well balanced team there. So we could take care of the ranged enemies and the melee enemies. Ginjo's one of those characters I was a little hesitant in releasing all the way to level 200, but after this I realized he is not too bad. He has good normal attack, he has really good strong attacks, he's just a really well balanced character with a hybrid build is the way to go with him. The thing I love about him as well is just that his normal attack is just super rangy, even though it is a melee and it's not technically ranged, right? He's not shooting from range. His range through his sword is just super long. I mean, he gets like, look, just take a look at that. He's getting enemies from range, and it's really nice. I like it. And then of course his strong attacks, I've got the build I've got on him is a hybrid, but with the character links I did add some strong attack damage and strong attack recharge time with a little bit of healing in between quests. The only downside about him is that his soul trait is the only thing that I guess is the down thing about him. I mean, 30% when dying is kind of not even, it's nothing. You can't really use that when you're doing this co-op, just because for the most part you want a healer, right? And you don't want to be almost dying, because one hit you're dead. I don't know, this one room right here though, it can get a little narrow when playing, and I don't know, it's funny because I feel like out of this whole co-op, when those mobs first show up in the middle, that's what's most dangerous to me. I feel like I've died, the few times that I have died, I've died like about 5 times. I think 3 out of the 5 times I died in that middle, just because when they spawn, the spinning guys, I don't know, the spinning enemies, I don't know the actual name for them, but they get you, which is funny. I find that funny because the bosses aren't really difficult at all in my opinion. But yeah, that's why I will say this is the easiest co-op, just extreme co-op, from playing this for the last couple of times that it dropped. I've played it about 10 runs, 11 runs, and I get through them all basically within like 6 minutes, which is something I'm not used to when doing these. Like I mentioned earlier, I feel like a lot has to do with being accustomed to going up against hard, difficult enemies. You know, for example, inheritance, you go up against level 170 enemies. And I mean, I feel like going from that, because that's what I was doing the last couple of days, to this is just kind of like, all right, well, these enemies are significantly less difficult, you know. So yeah, I guess that's translating, and I feel like level 200s of course also helps out a lot, but I just don't find it as difficult. Another thing I will say is that the only thing I will say that is kind of difficult about it is getting rooms, finding rooms, just because there's so many people hosting now because of that little, what is it, you get a little reward for hosting. There's so many hosts that no one joins anyone, so that's the only thing I don't like too much. I think KLab needs to kind of do something about that, or maybe it's just gonna settle, like it'll fix itself after a while. But yeah, I hosted a room. It took like 4 minutes before people joined, and then I just quit, and then I started and then the next room I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just join one so it's faster. And literally no one would join. At the end of it, the last 5 minutes, I said, you know what, screw it. There was 3 people. It was me and 2 others in my room. Like, I hosted one and 2 others joined. And luckily, I just started, and I was hopefully they stay, because if not, we're not gonna get another person. We were waiting for like 3 minutes, and hopefully, I mean, luckily they did stay and we got through it. But yeah, I mean, that's the only struggle. Guys, if you've got characters for next month, get them ready. Get them ready. 6 stars. Arianero is actually surprisingly really good. He's got frenzy, he's got range, and he's a boss killer because he does inflict that poison. So he's awesome. Retsu, amazing as well. Ginjo is probably right below them because he doesn't have, you know, frenzy, or he doesn't have that great of a soul trait, but he does have all the other things. And of course, Grimmjow is amazing. There's a bunch of characters you can use. I even see a bunch of Momos around there sometimes. But yeah, I mean, all in all, this co-op is pretty easy. I wouldn't say it's so extreme anymore. And I just feel like it was bound to happen with all the level 200 things and the new updates that happened, especially once when I start getting the soul traits, when everyone starts unlocking soul traits and you get those added stats onto characters, it's gonna be even easier. So yeah, I mean, I don't think this is so extreme anymore at all. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. This was just a little something for you guys to take a look at and to give you my thoughts on the whole extreme co-op for this month on JP. It's not too difficult, but it's still fun. It's still fun. As you can tell, I think this room I did clear in 6 minutes and 58 seconds, and we did get a brush. That's not too bad. Anyways, all right, thank you guys for watching. You guys take care, and best of luck on your guys' co-ops. And like I said, get your characters ready. Peace.